Making English easy for everyone.
Speak English with Jay and May.
Hey, English learners! Welcome back to Speak English with Jay and May, your cozy little place to build your English confidence. I'm May.
Hello, May, and hello, everyone. I'm Jay. How are you today, May?
I'm doing really well, Jay. Actually, I just had the funniest moment this morning. Someone asked me a question, and I gave the perfect short answer. And they said, "Wow, you sound so natural."
Oh, that's so cool. But wait, what do you mean by a perfect short answer?
You know, those tiny little responses we use every day in real conversation, like sure, or not really, or I guess so. Small words, but they make you sound so fluent.
Oh, I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like I know a lot of English words, but in a real conversation, I freeze. I don't know what to say quickly.
Exactly. And that's what we're talking about today. Useful short answers for everyday English. These are the little phrases that make you sound natural, confident, and real.
I love this topic. I think a lot of our listeners feel the same way, right? Like you study English, but the real conversations still feel scary.
100%. And today, we're going to fix that together. So listeners, get comfortable, grab your coffee or tea, and let's do this.
Oh, and May, should we tell them the important thing first?
Yes, Jay, go ahead.
Okay, listeners, if this podcast is helping your English, please subscribe, like, share it with a friend, and turn on notifications. We make a new episode every single day, so you don't want to miss one.
That's right. Every day, new English, new confidence. Okay, Jay, let's jump in.
Let's go. So, May, where do we even start with short answers?
Okay, so let me ask you something first. Jay, have you ever been in a conversation where someone asks you a simple question and you give a super long answer when actually a short one was perfectly fine?
Oh, yes, all the time. Someone asks, "Did you eat?" And I say, "Yes, I already ate my lunch about an hour ago and it was really good." And they just wanted a yes.
Exactly. That happens to so many English learners. And in real natural conversation, short answers are not rude. They're actually normal and friendly.
Oh, that's a big thing to know. Because in some cultures, short answers feel impolite.
Right. But in English, especially in casual conversation, short answers show confidence. They show you understood the question and you responded quickly, naturally.
Okay, so what's the first group of short answers we should know?
Let's start with the most basic ones, yes and no answers. But not just yes and no, the upgraded versions.
Upgraded? You mean like a better yes?
Exactly. So instead of just yes, in real life, people say things like yeah, yup, yoop, sure, absolutely, or definitely.
Oh, wow. So yes has a whole family.
Yes, it has a big family, and each one has a slightly different feeling. Like sure sounds casual and relaxed, absolutely sounds very confident and strong.
Okay, give me an example, like a real conversation.
Okay, imagine your friend says, "Hey, can you help me move this box?" You can say, "Sure." Easy, friendly, no problem. Or if someone says, "Are you ready?" You say, "Absolutely." That sounds powerful and confident.
Oh, I like that. And what about the no family?
So instead of just no, you have nope, not really, not at all, no way, or I don't think so.
Wait, what's the difference between not really and no?
Great question. Not really is softer. It's like a gentle no. So if someone asks, "Do you like spicy food?" and you don't hate it but don't love it, you say, "Not really." It's honest but kind.
Oh, so not really is like a polite no. I love that.
Yes, and no way is the strong, surprised no. Like if someone says, "Can you finish this whole pizza?" No way.
No way. Okay, that's really useful. So we have the yes family and the no family. What comes next?
Okay, here's the interesting part. Agreement answers. These are the short phrases you use when you want to say, "I agree with you," or "me too."
Oh, like me too?
Exactly. Me too is one of the most useful phrases ever. Someone says, "I'm so tired today." You say, "Me too." Instant connection, instant friendship.
That's so simple, but so powerful.
Right? And there are more, like, "Same here." "Totally." "I know, right?" And "exactly."
Wait, I know, right? I hear this one so much, but I never really understood it. What does it mean exactly?
Oh, "I know, right?" is one of my favorites. It means I completely agree with you and I feel the same way. It's like double agreement.
Double agreement. Can you give an example?
Sure. So your friend says, "This weather is so hot today." You say, "I know, right? It's crazy." That shows you totally agree and you're adding your reaction too.
Oh, that sounds so natural. I'm going to use that today.
Please do. And listeners, try using "I know, right?" in a conversation today. You will sound so natural, people might think you grew up speaking English.
That's the goal. Okay, mate, what about when you're not sure? Like you kind of agree, but not 100%.
Oh, yes, this is where things get really useful. We have maybe, "I guess so," kind of, sort of, and "I suppose."
You mean like soft answers?
Exactly, soft, uncertain answers. So imagine someone asks, "Do you think it's going to rain today?" You're not sure, so you say, "Maybe," or "I guess so."
Oh, I guess so. What does that feel like? Like you're unsure?
Yes, it means, "I think so, but I'm not completely confident." It's very honest and very natural. People use it all the time.
And kind of and sort of, are those the same?
Pretty much. They both mean a little bit or not completely. So someone asks, "Are you hungry?" And you say, "Kind of." That means, yes, a little, but not a lot.
Oh, I used to always say a little bit hungry, but kind of is so much faster and more natural.
And that's exactly the point. In real conversations, faster and natural wins every time.
Okay, I'm learning so much. But May, what about when you're not understanding something? What short answer do you use?
Oh, this is so important. Learners often feel embarrassed to say they don't understand, but there are great short phrases for this.
Really? Like what?
So you can say "sorry" or "pardon." Very polite means "please say that again." Or you can say, "What do you mean?" That's a little more direct. And my favorite, "Could you say that again?"
Oh, sorry? Just one word? That works?
One word with a little upward voice. "Sorry?" And people will immediately know to repeat themselves. It's polite, quick, and totally normal.
Wow, I used to say the whole thing. I'm so sorry, I don't understand what you said. Could you please repeat that?
Oh, Jay, that's sweet but way too long. Just "sorry" with a little upward voice. Done.
Okay, noted. Short is powerful. Got it.
And here's a little tip. You can also say "come again." It's very casual and it means the same thing. Say that again, please.
Come again? That sounds so cool and natural.
It really does. Okay, let's talk about reaction phrases next, because conversations aren't just about answering, they're also about reacting.
Oh, you mean like when someone tells you something surprising?
Exactly. So imagine a friend says, "I got a new job." What do you say?
Congratulations?
That's perfect. But you can also say, "No way, really? That's amazing. Wow, are you serious?" All short, all natural, all show real excitement.
Oh, so reaction phrases show emotion.
Yes, and that's what makes conversation feel alive. If someone shares good news and you just say, okay, that feels cold. But no way, that's amazing. That feels warm and human.
This is where things change, right? Like this is the difference between sounding okay in English and sounding actually fluent.
You just said it perfectly, Jay. Reactions are the soul of a conversation, and they're short. Wow, really? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. All short, all powerful.
Okay, May, I have to ask, what about when you want to agree but in a cool way, not just yes, yes, yes?
Oh, the cool agreement answers. Okay, so fair enough. That makes sense. Good point. True. And you're right.
Fair enough. I hear this a lot. What does it mean exactly?
Fair enough means, okay, I accept that. I might not totally love it, but I understand and I accept it. Like someone says, let's meet at 7 instead of 6, and you say, fair enough.
Oh, so it's like an accepting answer. Not super excited, but okay.
Exactly. It's mature and calm, very adult conversation energy.
Adult conversation energy. I love that. And that makes sense. When do you use that?
When someone explains something to you and you understand it now. So a friend explains why they were late and you say, oh, that makes sense. It shows you understood and you're not angry.
Oh, it's also a kind answer, like it removes tension.
Yes, exactly. It's calm, understanding, and friendly. Great for the workplace, too.
Okay, May, you won't believe what I want to ask next. What about ending a conversation quickly, like short ways to say goodbye or wrap up?
Oh, yes, so important. These are the exit phrases, like, all right then, okay, got it, sounds good, perfect, and talk soon.
Sounds good. I use this, but I wasn't sure if it's correct.
It's 100% correct and 1000% used every day. Sounds good means I agree, I'm happy with that, let's do it. It's the perfect closing answer.
And perfect. That one feels very positive.
It is. Perfect as a short answer means great, exactly what I wanted. I'm satisfied. Very positive, very warm.
And all right then, that feels like wrapping up.
Exactly. All right then signals the conversation is coming to a close. It's like a soft, friendly goodbye signal.
Wow, I feel like I just got a full toolkit of short answers.
You did. And here's the thing. You don't need to memorize all of them at once. Just pick 2 or 3 and try them today.
Which ones would you recommend for beginners?
For beginners, start with sure. Not really. Me too. I know, right? And sounds good. Those 5 will cover so many everyday situations.
That's a great starter pack. Okay, listeners, did you hear that? 5 phrases. Start there.
And here's a little challenge. Imagine this scenario. You're at a coffee shop. The barista asks, would you like whipped cream on top? What do you say?
Sure, easy.
Perfect. Or if you don't want it, not really, thank you. So polite, so simple.
See, that's the thing. These short answers work in so many places. The coffee shop, the office, with friends, everywhere.
That's the beauty of them. They're universal. Once you learn them, every English conversation feels easier.
You know what I realized, May? I used to add so many extra words because I was nervous, like I was trying to prove I knew English.
Oh, that's such a real feeling. But here's the truth. Fluent speakers actually use fewer words, not more. The confidence comes from how you say it, not how much you say.
That's such a good point. Like, sure, said with confidence is better than a nervous long sentence.
Always. Tone and confidence carry the message. Short answers said with warmth and energy, that's natural English.
Okay, May, let me try something. Pretend you're my friend and ask me something.
Okay. Jay, do you want to grab lunch later?
Absolutely. Where do you want to go?
I'm thinking noodles. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
See, listeners? Did you hear that? That whole conversation, natural, friendly, and full of short answers. Absolutely. Sounds good to me. Real English.
And it felt so easy. It didn't feel like studying at all.
That's the goal. English should feel like living, not like studying.
I love that. Okay, let's do a quick review. May, what were the main groups we covered today?
Great idea. So we had the yes family, the no family, agreement phrases, uncertainty phrases, I don't understand phrases, reaction phrases, cool agreement answers, and exit phrases.
8 groups. That's so organized.
And together, they cover almost every everyday situation you'll face in an English conversation. Pretty powerful for such small words.
Tiny words, big impact.
That's the title of today's episode in one sentence.
Okay, mate, before we go, I have one last question. Which short answer do you use the most in real life?
To be honest, I know right. I use it almost every day. It connects people so quickly. You say it and people feel like you're totally with them.
That's such a May answer. Mine is, sounds good. I use it for everything.
You really do. Okay, listeners, now it's your turn.
Yes, tell us in the comments, which short answer are you going to try today? Write it down, practice it, and then go use it in a real conversation.
We would love to read your comments. And if you have a funny or interesting story about using English short answers, share it with us. We love hearing from you.
And remember, subscribe, like, share this episode with someone who's learning English. Every day we drop a new episode, so come back tomorrow.
We'll be here. Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and remember, short answers, big confidence.
Love it. Until next time, bye everyone.
Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.